Hello everybody, this is Lila in Hawaii. I've been making some little French items using my favorite colors for Provence, which are red and beige and white and maybe some black. And today I'm making some little baskets. I make these a lot because I use them to hold my items on my desk. And for example, here's one here. This one's a little bit bigger than the one I'm making. A little bit different configuration, but just to show you that I do use them a lot. So here are the measurements. This is rather a small one, and I thought I would show you the measurements and how you cut it out. You cut two pieces. This is the outer piece, and the lining can be the same, but I'll make it a little different color or some other fabric because I like to put a cuff on it, and the cuff then folds down and you see the cuff. So here are the measurements there, and I'll mention them again. But this is the outer, so it's 12 by 9 this way, 9, 12. And then you cut out two squares on either side that are 2 by 4. So that's the outer. The lining I've already cut and I've already stitched. The lining works out to be the same, except that this dimension, let me show you here, this dimension is the one that's going to be the top. So this is where you'd have the cuff, and you need to allow an inch or two on either side like this here for the lining. The rest of it's the same. So in other words, this would be 2 by 4 on the lining, and but this side I made it 13 inches instead of 12 long. Okay, and I've already sewn it as I say, so there it is sewn, and I'll show you how you put it together. I like to make these, they're fun. So the first thing to do is to go to your sewing machine, and I'll put this like this, and you're going to sew these flaps here, these two you're going to sew together, right sides together, like so, and do the same on that side, and then you'll end up with a piece that looks like that. So I've sewn this side and I've sewn this side. Now I need to take these and do it this way and sew them there, and that's kind of, I call it boxing the bottom, you might say. So let me try that. Okay, so now I've got two little baskets. I've got one that's the outer one, and I don't interline them or anything. And then I've got one that's the lining, which is a little bit bigger at this edge. So now I have to put them together, so I'm going to put, how am I going to put them? I notice at the top already on the lining that it's not quite even, so I am going to snip that off on that side. That's good. Okie doke. Now I'm turning the outer bag with the right side facing, and I'm going to tuck it into the lining, which is bigger. So my little basket will look like, that'll be the size of it, which is not really a little basket, that's quite large. Now this sits on a table, and you can put your napkins in it, or you can put flowers, a vase of flowers or something, but I'll show you some ideas. Now it's sewn, and now I'm just going to turn it the other way. These look nice, also made with pretty fabrics like Laura Ashley fabric or some sort of chintz with a bit of lace on the edge or something. And you can add little gifts, make them into gift bags with some soap, perfume, hand spray, you know, that kind of thing. Just however you like. Okay, so this is what I've got now. So I've got the bag outside and I've got the lining and I've got the gap. So the next thing to do is I'm going to sew the gap closed. Now generally, I must say, I like to do this by hand, but because I'm just showing you how to do it, I'm going to do it by the sewing machine. Okay, now so there's my little basket. It's a basket. You can make these, of course, any depth you like, any size you like, but for a table that you're going to put napkins in, this is a good size. So what I do next is I push the bottom of the lining to match the bottom of the outer, and that way I can tell, you know, about how much I have for the in fact, I'm going to just fiddle with it a minute just to get that tucked down, because I want to have the rim or the cuff. So here we go. So now I've got it to where I think it will be, and of course at this point I would press it, but I'm not pressing it right now. So here we go with the cuff. Okay, so there you are. So that's a little basket. Now to add something to it, I usually put some tags in it, or I put some, as I said, I'll go to the table and put napkins. So anyway, I've got some decorated matchboxes, so I could put those in, although those, I don't have enough of those actually. Let me see, maybe sometimes you have to put something in the bottom, like some Excelsior, you know, that straw sort of material. So that's that. This one, I haven't put anything on it as far as decoration. But you never know how they're going to turn out. And I do think this turned out a little bit low for too much decoration. I had made, because it's French ticking, I had made this little French tag. Continuing on, my camera cut off, but anyway, while it was cut off, I did put a patch on the side, and I just glued it on because I'd stitched it already, and I may go ahead later and hand sew it, but right now I just left it like that. And then I put a few things inside to show you how it would look with some things stuffed in it. But this one really is meant for a coffee table. And then the other thing I wanted to show you is that to make it a little sturdier, I cut a little piece of cardboard that fits the bottom, and I put that inside, and it helps it stay in shape, but also you can cover it with fabric, of course, or paper to make it look nice, but it just gives a better shape to the basket, I think, when you do that. Well, this basket, of course, as I say, is what I call a basket, but if you're making it into a bag or something else, you would want to make it taller, quite a bit taller. But if it's going to be for a collection of, you know, things to play with, this is quite a good size. And also, I have a little French book I made with my paintings of Provence that could go in it. You could slip that in it somewhere. And then you could add some trinkets and a little bit of raffia and some decorative, decorative bits, whatever you like, actually. But that's my little basket, and I'll show you another couple of versions as time goes by, because I'm going to make some more. I think I will make one that's sort of a Laura Ashley style as well, sort of shabby chic. This one is French. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Here's another idea. Cut up some old music and old book pages like shreds, and then just stuff them in there like that. And it's such a pretty decoration, I think. Looks like that. At Easter time, you could put Easter eggs in it. You could make it into something for Mother and put some of her favorite perfume in it. Anyway, or some French soap. Thanks for watching again. Bye-bye.